Yo, what's up, y'all? D Nice, and I'm back. Listen, I wanted to get my thoughts on the movie I had seen not too long ago, comic book movie. Now I know I'm late. This movie been out for a few months now. This movie is Iron Man 3. And what I thought about the movie, I thought the movie was not too good of a movie, especially with it being the third installment to the Iron Man series. It wasn't a good movie at all, especially with it being part 3 to the Iron Man. It had to be the worst Iron Man. I wouldn't say the worst, because 2 was kind of corny. It was a little bit more wacky, but Iron Man 3 was not a good movie. It was whack. I think one of the main reasons to me why the movie didn't grip me was the Mach 42 suit. We're going to speak on a lot of reasons, but this is one of the reasons. I think, it's a superhero movie. It's not supposed to be too realistic. I hate, and that's another thing, y'all, I hate when they try to make certain superhero movies realistic that don't even belong in that, or they try to make dark or too serious. It don't even belong in that dark realm, that dark environment, or taking itself too seriously. Like, certain comic book movies shouldn't do that and shouldn't have to do that. But the realism with the Mach 42 suit, and it didn't really make any sense to me, right? That all these different parts of the suit, this iron just flying at you, man. Like wouldn't that fuck you up? All these different pieces. I'm talking about raw iron, like hitting you and coming to your face. It shows it showed a couple of scenes in the movie where when he was getting, Tony Stark was trying to get used to the suit, the Mach 42, and it was kind of tearing him up at first, but it's still later on in the movie it still ain't make any sense to me. I think it was a stupid idea, for real. The next thing I thought that was kind of crazy with Iron Man is the simple fact that the Mandarin, like they changed the Mandarin so much, man, to the point the Mandarin wasn't even the Mandarin in this movie. I'm hoping I'm not spoiling it for nobody, because like I said, I'm late. It's old. Hopefully everybody had already saw it. But the Mandarin, they totally took his origin and just switched it around. Like in the movie, he's supposed to be this actor who is hired through this company, this big company, to play the boogeyman or play this threat, this terroristic threat to Tony Stark, and I guess United States of the world, maybe. But even that little scenario didn't make any sense to me. I know it was a big plot twist in the movie per se, but it was stupid. Like, you threw all this advertisement behind this villain who wasn't even a villain. Like, it's so hard for me to explain what was going on in there. Like I said, they paid someone. Now follow me. They paid someone who was a drug addict also to play the Mandarin, to play a boogeyman, not to play a boogeyman that really didn't even exist. And if you ask me, that's the story. That might be the everyday story of Bin Laden. He was a figure that wasn't even real. Wasn't even the real enemy. He wasn't even the real enemy of Tony Stark. He was like this puppet. He was this puppet through the company who they hired this bum drug addict to play a boogie. It was stupid, man. That was stupid. Like, Iron Man 3, it was totally dumb. I don't know why it got all this money in the box office It was it just wasn't a good movie, and I think the reason why I got a lot of money in the box office now, a lot of y'all might disagree with me, and a lot of y'all might agree with me. I think a lot of reason why Iron Man 3 got a lot of money in the box office is because the Avengers. You feel what I'm saying? The Avengers did so good, and they put all this press behind the first the first the first installments to leading up to the Avengers with Iron Man 1, 2, the Hulk, what's another one, Thor, a few other movies, but they hype that like this was supposed to be the you know, how they call it. This was supposed to be round 2. This was supposed to be like the what is the good word for it? This is supposed to be the leading up movies to the Avengers 2. And what I seen out of Iron Man 3, it was like it was in its own world. I know that the movie probably was trying to be that, but listen y'all, after you seen the Avengers, there's no point. It ain't no point of seeing these superheroes by themselves, man. Unless you a Superman or you a Batman, there's no point in seeing. It's no point seeing them separate from each other. It's no point. It's no point. After you seen the Avengers, it's just a waste of money. All they doing is making a cash cow out of a franchise and making us come out here, spend money on bullshit productions and products that's half-assed just to get more money out of, because they definitely lied. The advertise. That's false advertisement. If you're going to say this was going to be these new movies is these are the second installments to the new Avengers 2, because nah. That's what I believe. That is the only reason why a lot of people went to go see Iron Man 3 is because of the Avengers. The Avengers, they wanted to see the plot twist at the end. I even thought, and this is what I thought they was going to do with the movie, and the movie would have been so good. Check this out. They would have been so good if the movie did this. And me and my buddy had a debate on it. A lot of shit in this movie. But the movie would have did good if they introduced a new character that was going to be in the Avengers 2 and had them work alongside each other. Iron Man, whoever would have been. It would have been hot if they used the Black Panther. Now, with the Mandarin being this high figure in the rings, they could have, the next ring or particular ring he was trying to work on was the vibranium. He was trying to take vibranium, and you know what? That's what Hollywood tried to do too. They try to use real life scenarios and situations to try to fit in these movies, and comic books do it too. They use certain scenarios or situations that's real and try to squeeze them into that comic book medium or that movie medium. They could have definitely had the Mandarin, who is a world powerful, like this world powerful Asian elitist who wants all the power, and they found out that it was a lot of material that possesses a lot of power, which is the vibranium in Africa, Wakanda, and he could have been trying to go after that, and that's how you kind of brung in the Black Panther, a little bit of his origin in there, or have them work together, so or completely had somebody else, somebody that might be, or some type of hint that is going to be somebody new or something that's going to be in Avengers 2. And Iron Man 3 definitely didn't do that. They did something where they took good characters and just totally chopped them up. Like the Mandarin, the main protagonist in the movie was this guy who owned this particular company called AIM, and they was basically walking cigarette sticks that exploded, for real. They didn't have nothing to do with Marvel at all. They wasn't nothing from the source material. There wasn't no character. There wasn't no villain. None of that. And I basically want y'all thoughts on what y'all think about that. The new Iron Man movie. Write, subscribe. Give me your thoughts, like, because Iron Man 3 definitely a dud.